So I want to see the memory from right before the one where what's-his-name lost his leg. I think I wanted to investigate this before, and I didn't because it wasn't going to work. But I want to see again. No, that's not the right one. So I can't go any further below deck from here. I had assumed he was the carpenter's mate because he was holding a hammer in this scene. Can you stop doing that, please? And I had assumed that he was the carpenter because in this scene he's carpenting. Sorry, carpentering. Got it. Well, this is the carpenter's workshop here on the ship. That is a fact. And so him walking out of here and him being in here already made me think carpenter and carpenter's mate. What's this about? Okay. Great, I was right about the helmsman. See, now that's good stuff. That's the good stuff. I like when the ones that lock in are the ones that actually are good. Okay, we need to see what of our crew manifest is written in incorrectly. So that's definitely not the carpenter's mate, or I've said he died in the wrong way, but I need to look at his death. I think I have these two Russians backwards. That is my current theory. Is that I was supposed to deduce them, but I've written them backwards. Okay, so I actually didn't have that many here. A few of those were just guesses. Hey, Lap. Okay, so that's good. That means that I haven't been going too hard on the guesses. I also know who this is now, by the way. No, I still don't know what they're gonna say his death was. It's definitely not fell downstairs. But I just don't know what they're calling that. Look at it. Look at him. His head just got smashed. That's the technical name for what happened. I mean, this guy's noggin got absolutely destroyed. I'd say that falls under explosion, really. Crushed by falling cargo is actually not too far off. I'm gonna leave it as fell downstairs. Alright, buddy. We need to see how you died. Sorry. Yeah, this is the one speared by a beast or speared by a foreign enemy. I'm gonna leave it as speared by a beast. I feel good about this one, honestly. There's literally a spear. So I kind of do know who this is. Unfortunately, I would have to guess in order to get it 100% right. It's either Nathan Peters or Samuel Peters. Because his brother, this guy, would be the other one. Yeah. Okay, so we did count that as falling down the stairs. Which means I've confirmed a name, actually. he died to Leonid Volkov. So that must have been Miss Jane Bird then. Because it was the same guy, but he got shot by one of the women. I must have just had the woman's name backwards. Would have also accepted crushed by cargo. I believe it. Alright, we're making some progress. Okay, that did not work for the, That didn't work for the carpenter's mate? So that must not be the carpenter's mate. He must have just had a hammer in hand. I mean, that's what must come down to. Yeah, where it, you notice how, like, some of these, it's like handwriting right here. And then some of these, it's like typeset permanently, like this. Whenever I get 3 of them right at the same time, it typesets them for me to lock them in. So the ones that are written they're typeset, those are 100% correct, confirmed by the game. These little, like, pieces of paper with handwriting on them are currently either incomplete or speculation. Oh god. There's 3 people over there who I can't identify at a distance. I guess what I'm supposed to... Okay, here's what I'm supposed to do. You think this... Okay, this one's annoying. Is this drowned by the beast, or is this fell overboard? This feels like this one should accept fell overboard. So I just need to deduce who isn't accounted for when I look around. So Nathan Peters is... If Nathan Peters is not accounted for anywhere around here, that's going to be a huge help to me. Well, that's currently what I'm trying to deduce, is whether or not he's one of the 3 people in the air. So I'm trying to figure out who isn't accounted for when I walk around on the boat. Those will be the 3 people. Yeah, seriously, a nice throw. I found him, I found him. Found him. Did I find him? I don't remember finding him. I'm gonna take one quick pass and make sure I haven't marked any of these people as fell overboard. He does fall overboard, though, later in another part, right? Am I misremembering? Oh no, he was shot, right? Okay, I'm content. That cleared off a bunch of names all at once, so that's good. Very funny, Lucas. Oh my god, does the time on the watch correspond to what chapter it comes from? It does. I knew it corresponded to the rough chronological order, but I didn't realize that the hour hand literally was reading the chapter it comes from. Like, this is chapter 7. If the bodies are blurry, that means that their deaths happened previous to this, and I can click on them to warp to that death. So, like this.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody. How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Before I forget, you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. Look.
Oh, these are the 3 people. Yeah, good call.
Nice. Oh, shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't!
So I've confirmed this guy is Nathan Peters, or at least I feel pretty confident about it, so I can lock this guy in as killed by Nathan Peters. Just out of curiosity, if I change these to drowned by a terrible beast. Well, I won't know because I can't get enough of them. Let me just see if I'm right, if that guy was the bosun's mate. Okay. If he had been the bosun's mate, that would have been 3, probably. I'm actually glad I came into here, because this all but confirmed for me that these are the 3 in question that were in the boat that got flipped by the Kraken. So I just have this guy's name wrong. I don't know who else he could be, though. Carpenter's mate made the most sense to me. I've been given no reason to think he's Scottish. I think all the stewards are currently taken. Sierra Leone is in Africa, so I thought maybe I had a chance there. In the early cargo scene, there were 2 black guys downstairs, and I'm wondering whether or not one of those are the guys from Sierra Leone. Okay, that was him. Cool. So my confirmation there was correct. Drowned by a terrible beast is an acceptable answer for that. So drowned by a terrible beast and fell overboard are both accepted for that fate, I guess. I must not have the right guy here. I must have made too great of an assumption that just because he was playing cards with those other guys, that he was also Russian. This game has made me read too much into some of these interactions, I think. Well, take solace in knowing that I didn't even know where Sierra Leone was. Though I did think it was in Africa, but I had to look it up to be sure. So I guess I shouldn't feel too bad about that. I just didn't know where Sierra Leone was. God, this guy is just absolutely not the carpenter's mate. The game cannot make it more apparent to me that he is not the carpenter's mate. I have sat through like 4 rounds of locking in fates with that set in stone, and it's like I can't learn my lesson. It's going good, other Tom. The other guy isn't the carpenter? Are you sure? Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess some people are just running up into the carpenter's shop and doing shit. What the fuck? All I'm saying is if I had a workshop on a boat and you run into my workshop and start sawing up my boards, I'm gonna be pissed as hell. Oh yeah, I forgot we entered this memory where someone was getting fucking obliterated. bet this would be really fucking easy if I knew what a carpenter's uniform looked like in 1800s. I love how I absolutely cannot lock these two in. Like, I cannot... There is no way for me to differentiate them by luck because I have no idea what happened to them. And so the game will not give it to me no matter what. What have I done for the Obra Dinn lately? Well, I've solved the mystery of what happened to, like, half the fucking crew. No, not even half the crew. Half the manifest. Including passengers. I'm a brain genius. You know what I mean? Like, this game's just not ready for me. There's gotta be an additional piece of information I gleaned from this. Did we ever find out who the stowaway was? I bet that's a big part of the hidden chapter, is who the stowaway was. Who do I think was most likely to have scurvy? That one's easy. Nathan Peters. Everyone knew it. All they had to do was give him a damn orange. There's a hidden chapter. Yeah, there's one chapter of the book. It's called Bargain. That is invisible to me. Like, it has a note on it. It says this chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me. The preface mentioned it. So this guy never locked in. I feel confident that at least the game is hinting at him being the cook, but...
What's your foot in?
Hey there, what's this? Give him tea and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
No.
Maybe he didn't get spiked. Maybe that's what's going on here.
It's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
His accent's extremely British. But maybe he wasn't spiked. I mean, I guess I don't see any spikes in this specific scene. It looks like he just got whipped. Struck by a tail? Maybe that's the description. It looks like he got struck by a tail. I guess I'm good with that. Yeah. I think that's what happened. Are they working on a sequel? Because this game's really good. Well, I'll tell you this much. I watched maybe half an hour to an hour of Ty playing this game, and I remembered literally zero of it after just a few months. Yeah, I mean, it's a challenging challenging sort of balance you have to strike. They can't make it so that as you encounter deaths, then it adds new things to your list of causes. Otherwise, you'd be able to easily identify, oh, that one's new on the list, so I just found someone who did that. So they probably just tried to make enough so that you're like easily distracted, I guess. I mean, you find out about the Kraken almost immediately. So it doesn't keep that one a secret. The giant crabs and the mermaids, though, game keeps that one a secret for a little while. Whoops, that's not the button I meant to hit. Alright, I'm actually feeling more confident about this one now, so I'm going to move on from it. Still not sure about John Naples. Not sure what he's got going on, what with his leg missing and supposedly dying from that. Yeah, the very beginning of the game is like encountering the captain, stopping a mutiny, and then boom, Kraken. Oh, does it? Well, my only experience with losing a leg is in the game, The Incredible Crash Test Dummies. And it didn't make you die, it just made you faster. So, in my experience, actually, losing a leg makes you faster.
Keep pressure here.
Is there something else he's dying from? God, it would be real convenient if there was something else he's dying from. Works for me. Like, this is the scene where he dies, according to the game. Oh. He got his leg cut off by that guy. Is that what I'm missing? No. Why would he have done that, though? You know, something's occurring to me right now. Something that may have been obvious already. I'm never given the opportunity to state how that guy died. I feel like some of these deaths happen in the bargain. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. 2 people must die in the bargain. Wonder if one of those people is the ship's steward. I notice he doesn't appear anywhere. And when I inspect him, he doesn't have a perished or last seen demarcation like other people. Yeah, I'm given a completely different window for him than for other people. See? It just pops up like that. Who's the other one? Wonder if this information is going to come in handy for me. Maybe he's the only one. Maybe I just miscounted. Oh, I remember where I find that one. Okay, I haven't seen that scene in a while. I wonder if there's some good information in there that I've just completely forgotten about. Yeah, the stowaway isn't on the manifest anyway, so there's nothing I can do about that.
On your toes.
Go back!
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boat. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up!
Okay, I got credit for it. I knew it had to be one of the Chinese men because he recognized... Yep, there we go. Struck dead by a beast tail. I got that one right too! I'm a god! What can I not do? Tell me something I'm incapable of accomplishing. I'm a god! Oh yeah, the carpenters, that's right. Screw you, Twig, you're supposed to be on my side. Okay, well, there was no real new information in there that I saw. I mean, I'm sure there could have been, but there wasn't really any new information I saw, but I did finally just try some Chinese names. And I'd do it again if I could. Well, that's hardly my fault that I can't read the bargain yet, but I guess you win on a technicality. Well, I'm not gonna brute force. I don't consider it brute forcing to finally say, alright, well, let's look at the Chinese names. I assume this is supposed to mean that he gets thrown overboard. I'm just gonna infer that from this, okay? I'm currently enjoying it, yes. Well, whether or not I brute force the last few people is going to heavily depend on what we consider brute forcing. Are they really solvable? No one in the game ever mentions any of them by name as far as I've seen. That's not fair. They are all the same rank, and no one ever mentions them by name. There's a trick to it? Is this one of those situations where calling it a trick is exceedingly generous? What kind of S-rank perception? Now you're in my head. Now I have to figure out the puzzle. Like, I can't know that there's a puzzle and then intentionally ignore it. This is gonna bother me. No one ever says any of their names. Can we talk for just a moment in very general terms? Okay, this I want to make this so exceedingly clear that any answer you give to this question needs to be put through 10 filters asking yourself, is this a very specific hint or are we speaking in the most general terms? Okay? All right. Now, in the most general terms, is there a way to suss out people if no one ever says their names? How do you figure out? Okay, so I'm looking at the crew manifest. And all of the Chinese men are the same rank, they're all top men. And no one ever says their names. Is there like, can you give me a general clue as to where I would even start something like that, because it's very unclear to me. Okay, so I'm going to say some observations, and all I'm interested in knowing is whether or not I'm on the right track here, okay? How about the fact that 3 out of the 4 names have Lee in it? And in fact, 2 of them, as far as I understand pronunciation, are very close, like Ji Zhang and Li Hong. And so now I'm curious whether or not someone makes some comment about how their names are very similar. Fuck. This goddamn game. God fuck it. Now I have to figure out this fucking puzzle. Don't think that's relevant? Thank God. Where would I get clues? Okay, so I know... Let's see if knowing where they sleep matters. So... the crew sleeps in this area. Over here. Does that help? Does that help? Can I do anything with that knowledge?